Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. If you're listening on Spotify, you can support the podcast through listener support. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/Animal Stories for Kids. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was an angel shark named Luca. Luca the angel shark lived on a sandy bottom of a deep, warm coast of an island where he enjoyed his life covered in the loose dirt of the seafloor. He was a happy angel shark who was often alone, as most angel sharks are. But every once in a while, he would run into his good buddy, another angel shark. Luca the angel shark would go on for many days by himself, just hiding under the sand and eating fish that swam by over him. But whenever he saw his angel shark friend, they would take advantage of the opportunity and play and hang out with each other until they went on their separate ways. One moonlit night, Luca the angel shark was just relaxing on the seafloor until he noticed his friend swimming by. "Hey, buddy," Luca said to his friend, the other angel shark. "Long time no see. You get it? Because we're in the sea?" Luca the angel shark's friend said, Hey, good one, Luca. Boy, am I sure glad to see you. I've been really bored just hanging out by myself and eating fish." Luca said to his friend, "Hey, do you want to play hide and seek?" His friend replied, "That sounds fun, but I think it's gonna be hard to find me because I'm pretty good at hiding." Luca the angel shark said, "Well, I'm pretty good too. Let's see who's better at hiding." His friend said, "Okay, I'll count first and you go hide, but don't go too far away. This is a big area and we don't need to get lost." Luca replied, "Okay, I won't go too far, but I'll also be hiding really well." And so, Luca the angel shark's friend turned around and started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Luca's eyes twinkled with excitement. He quickly swam away, looking for a place to hide. He saw a patch of rocky ground nearby and thought it might be a good spot. The rocks were scattered here and there, with some seaweed gently swaying in the current. "This will be perfect," Luca thought to himself as he nestled down between two rocks, trying to keep as still as possible. Angel sharks are experts at hiding. Their flat, wide bodies are perfect for blending in with the sea floor, and they can bury themselves in the sand until only their eyes and little breathing holes are visible. Luca's friend continued to count. 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. And Luca's friend opened its eyes and started to swim around, checking behind clumps of seaweed and near some large rocks. But it didn't take too long to spot the tip of Luca's tail sticking out from between the rocks. Angel sharks are usually very good at hiding, but this time, Luca the angel shark's hiding place wasn't quite enough to fool his friend. "Aha! I found you, Luca!" the friend shouted, with a big smile as it swam over to Luca. Luca the angel shark wiggled out from the rocks, laughing. "You're too good at this. That was supposed to be a great hiding spot." The friend chuckled. "It was a good try, but I could still see a bit of your tail. Now it's your turn to count." So Luca turned around and closed his eyes and started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time, the friend swam away, determined to find a hiding place where Luca the angel shark wouldn't find him so easily. It found a small patch of sand and buried itself quickly, leaving just the eyes and breathing holes visible. But just as the friend settled in, a tiny fish swam above it. And the angel shark's instincts kicked in, and it couldn't resist. In a quick snap, Luca's friend ate the fish. It was a tasty snack. But now, Luca the angel shark's friend's movement shook the sand around and made the hiding spot a little more obvious in a cloud of sand. Luca the angel shark finished counting. 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. And Luca opened his eyes and began his search. Luca the angel shark swam around carefully, peeking under rocks and near the coral reefs. It wasn't long before he saw a small cloud of sand rising from the sea floor. He knew that could only mean one thing. His friend was nearby. So he swam over the cloud of sand and said, "There you are," as he got closer to where his friend was hiding. Luca's friend poked its head out of the sand and laughed. "How did you find me so fast?" "You couldn't resist eating that fish, could you?" Luca the angel shark giggled. "The cloud of sand gave you away, and I'm sure it came from you eating a fish." His friend grinned and said, "I guess I wasn't as sneaky as I thought." "Okay, it's your turn to hide again, Luca." So Luca the angel shark's friend counted, and Luca went to hide. And he hid in the sand. But this time, when the friend came to look for him, a small fish was swimming above Luca. And Luca the angel shark couldn't help himself but to snap at the fish to eat it. And when he did, a big puffy cloud of sand formed, and Luca's friend spotted him immediately. "Hey, I found you, Luca," Luca's friend said to him. "I guess you were hungry too, and you couldn't help but snap at the fish." Luca the angel shark said, "Yeah, you're right. I just couldn't help myself." And Luca's friend asked, "Well, do you want to try again, Luca? Maybe this time when you hide, if a fish comes above you, you don't have to snap at it." Luca the angel shark replied, "Yeah, I could try, but boy, when a fish comes above me, I just can't help but snap at it and eat it. Maybe I'll try something else this time." Luca's friend agreed, and they started over again. And his friend turned around, closed his eyes, and started counting. Luca the angel shark swam away, and this time, he swam over to a spot where the sand was very loose and soft. Angel sharks like Luca love hiding in sandy areas because they can bury themselves completely, making them nearly invisible. But this spot that he found had much more loose sand, and it made it easy to hide. Luca the angel shark didn't even have to bury his body as much this time. He just carefully wriggled into the loose sand and kind of just sank into the sand, covering himself so well that not even his tail was showing this time. He even made sure to cover his eyes so he wouldn't be tempted to peek. Luca knew that he was getting hungry too, but he was determined to be the best hider. His friend finished counting and began searching. It checked all of Luca's usual spots near the rocks, and the coral reefs, and even the patches of seaweed. But no matter where it looked, it couldn't find Luca. Where could he be? Luca the angel shark's friend wondered as it swam around in circles. Luca was hiding so well in the loose sand, when a small fish swam above him, he could sense it, but he didn't really notice it because his eyes were covered with sand. He was so focused on staying hidden that he didn't even move a muscle. But he was getting hungry, and his stomach even growled. After searching for what felt like forever, Luca's friend began to get worried and swam around, calling out, "Luca! Luca! Where are you?" Finally, Luca heard his friend's call, and he was getting really hungry, so he couldn't wait any longer. So he decided it was time to reveal his hiding spot. He wriggled out of the sand and swam up to his buddy. "Here I am," Luca the angel shark shouted, popping in front of his friend. His friend was surprised, then burst out laughing. "Luca, that was the best hiding spot ever. I couldn't even find you." Luca the angel shark beamed with pride and said to his friend, "Thanks. I hid in some very loose sand, and I even covered my eyes so I wouldn't see any fish and get distracted. But now I'm really hungry." The friend said, "You did a really good job. You're the best hider, Luca." Luca's stomach rumbled again, reminding him that he was still hungry. And he said, "But I think I'm ready to eat now. Let's hide together this time and catch some fish." And so the two angel sharks found a spot where the sand was soft and loose. They buried themselves near each other, leaving just their eyes and breathing holes visible. And it wasn't long before some small fish swam by, and Luca the angel shark and his friend snapped them up quickly, laughing together as they enjoyed their meal. And after their feast, the friends swam around, playing tag together and exploring the sea floor. And as the sun began to come up, Luca and his friend decided it was time to find their own spot where they can rest. Luca said to his friend, "Tonight was so much fun playing hide and seek with you." "Yeah, it was," his friend agreed. "And next time we play hide and seek, I'll have to come up with an even better hiding spot." Luca smiled and said, "Good luck with that. But no matter what, we'll always have a great time together." And as the two angel sharks drifted away from each other to find their own area to sleep in, Luca knew that the next time they met up to play, that they would have more fun together, and that they would have more hiding spots to try out. And the angel shark lived happily ever after. The end. Angel sharks are sharks that belong to the Squantina genus. Even though they look more like rays, they are considered sharks because of the placement of their pectoral fins and gills. Angel sharks are flat like pancakes, and their bodies are wide too. They have big fins that look like angel wings. That's why they're called angel sharks. Their eyes are on the top of their heads so they can peek out while hiding. Angel sharks are typically gray and can have a sandy brown coloration with scattered spots on them, which helps them camouflage on the sea floor. Angel sharks are considered a smaller sized shark, and they can grow up to 7 feet long and can weigh up to 77 pounds. Angel sharks' breathing holes are called spiracles, and their teeth are pointed inward so that any fish they catch will be trapped in their mouths. Angel sharks lie still on the sea floor and quickly lunge at their prey, vacuuming them into their mouths to eat. Angel sharks like to live near the coast, and they're super sneaky hunters. Angel sharks like to eat small fish, crabs, and squid. Angel sharks are experts at hiding. They bury themselves in the sand, leaving only their eyes and breathing holes sticking out. Their flat bodies help them stay hidden from other animals that might want to eat them, and keeps them hidden from fish that they want to catch. Most sharks swim around a lot, but angel sharks like to stay still and rest. Angel sharks aren't dangerous to people, but it's a good idea not to touch them. They like to be left alone. Most angel sharks like to live in shallow, temperate, and tropical bodies of water. Angel sharks can pump water through their gills to breathe. Angel sharks can live from 25 to 30 years old in the wild. Angel sharks are mostly nocturnal, and they're solitary creatures. Many angel shark species are classified as critically endangered. Have you seen a real-life angel shark before?
If you have, where did you see it? If you want to write to us, ask your parent to email us at animalstoriesforkids@gmail.com and tell us what you think of our stories. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. If you're listening on Spotify, you can support the podcast through listener support. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/animalstoriesforkids. Until next time, bye!